catching wind of that. Once again, they pushed out the lanes. Maybe they'll move back into the pit and check. But Mski-X will continue to push out this top lane in the meanwhile. Phoenix shows himself. He is near his tier 2 tower though, so dumping him might not be the best idea. The bear again is gonna get ganked here. There is no resummon for 30 seconds. Savage Roar will get used. Dr. Pushin's not gonna get in range, and this time the bear will live to tell the tale to his master. Next gonna have his battle theory online for the next fight though. And that should give them another tool to deal with the Lancer illusion. But now Roshan's been spotted. They've already moved into the pit. They quick work of them and claim the Aegis yet again. Lancer does have a slot for it as he did finish up that Mantis out. Bringing down the Lancer twice seems like an extremely tall order really. Can Mski-X really pull this one off? They've slowed down the pace of this game, and that definitely is to their advantage. But this is going to give them a fresh boost of confidence. Lone Druid Bear, it's going to try and make its escape. Yep, it's going to be okay. The Savage Roar will be used to send Slardar back. And Darkseer is not going to catch up to it in time. He's got a resummon available as well, so just going to keep farming before the push comes to his high ground. There's a full 10-second BKB that I failed to mention here on the Slardar. The Glimmer Cape's finished up on the Darkseer as well. But here we go, the fight is broken out, or rather, the high ground has been reached. Bear, is it gonna die down here? Nope, it'll survive. Phoenix can't finish the job with the Sunray. Moved up onto the high ground. Lancer, spawning illusions all over the place. Now pummel away. They've jumped in onto Dr. Durex. Remember, he still has that Aegis. Jumping on him is probably not the best move. The Earth Spike there on the Bear, and the Bear will be taken apart this time around. They got the resummon, they used it already. High ground, slowly but surely, will be assaulted here. Nick, he's in trouble, but the false prophecy said, dodging the damage from the Finger of Death. The Omni Flash is bouncing around as well. The walls drop next. The X-Nova, he did manage to get the beam off on the Phoenix, while the Surgeon sent him a little further behind. Nobody's died just yet at all. Either side, just the Aegis taken away from the Lancer, and Mski-X look like they might be in a position to hold their high ground. The call is there, but the Savage Roar result sends the Lancer further behind. Now Slardar will be the first casualty of this entire fight. Lone Druid gets that kill, but Johnny will drop this Lancer next. He's dropped him low and he will get taken apart. It's a double kill for the Lone Druid, who's managed to keep his fight going so far, but the Lone Druid dies. Can the rest of his teammates avenge him? With the Slardar and the Lancer down, this chase should be a possibility for Mski-X. With the Slardar out for the count, they've got no form of counter initiation, but the Juggernaut cannot chase down anyone without a blink dagger. So 38 minutes in, a successful high ground defense being displayed here by Mski-X. They're slowly but surely mounting a bit of a comeback while the graphs are still escaping them. They aren't that far apart. A 5,000 difference in net worth and EXP about 38 minutes in is literally nothing. One big team fight could probably turn the tides back the other way. I don't believe there were any buybacks in that last fight. Look, no one's on cooldown for buyback. Which means that the Juggernaut didn't survive that. But oh, the X on a breach, immediate Blade Fury away. That should have been a kill on the Juggernaut, but a misplay from Dr. Pushin goes punished. Lone Druid will now pick up the Maelstrom in addition to that Radiance, so they really are going all out to deal with the illusion spam from that Phantom Lancer. Back at top, has upgraded Diffuse the Blade, now finished up or the Lancer, but he's definitely feeling a bit spooked after that last fight where he did end up losing his life. Lone Druid's damage output being heavily underestimated there by next generation esports. The longer this game goes, the more I start favoring the Mski-X. They've got a Juggernaut to build into a full physical DPS / tank mode, along with Lone Druid, who's basically two heroes if it gets the ultra late game phase. I expect the Mjolnir to be completed up on the Lone Druid as the next item, followed up with an Aghanim Scepter perhaps on his person, maybe even a BKB for himself. Top lane, they're trying to use Johnny as bait. Johnny, he's picked up the point booster, so he's still opting to go for the Aghanim Scepter over and above a possible Shiva's Guard. I do feel like a Shiva's Guard would have added more value here. Have a look at those gold drops again. Slowly missing Mineski, pulling it back towards their side. The EXP graph, following a similar pattern. X-Nova is sitting in the tree lines here. They're really expecting someone to show up and farm here, but most of the next generation Vietnam Zeros are at the bottom side of the map. The calm before the storm, folks. Expecting another explosive team fight over the next few minutes, but you can definitely see the caution being displayed by both teams. It tends to happen in the grand final matchup, where both teams know that there's a lot at stake. Neither side is going to feel happy about losing this particular matchup. Next generation had an explosive start. The Mski-X have been showing signs of a comeback. And losing it from this point will definitely be painful for either side. Doom looks like he'll be the one building the Shiva's Guard, which is why the Axe is going for the Aghanim Scepter this game. But for now, it's just going to remain as a casual plate mail with another 2200 gold in his bank account. The Aegis, no longer available. That was Dr. Durex going down with the Aegis in that last team fight. And Roshan's not going to respawn for at least another couple of minutes. As both teams making a conscious attempt to dodge each other. Slardar, though, did he get a chance to use his BKB the last 5 years? Looks like it's down to 9 seconds. Tengu running around. With the caught out here, they're going to jump into the call. He is out here by himself, and they will make mincemeat out of that Slardar. Next generation Vietnam finally going to walk into the trap that Mski-X has been trying to lay on the top lane for so long. Turns out bottom lane was a better place to lay it. Nova, meanwhile. Now he's got 2700 gold in the bank. The question is, does he hold on to the buyback or does he buy out that Mystic Star? Old Mjolnir finished up on the Lone Druid, which gives them another power spike. As he does have another 3900 gold in the bank, he should be looking to save up that buyback. Proceeding towards his next big item, which I would assume is either the Boots of Travels or the Aghanim Scepter. But he really has creeped ahead in terms of net worth bit by bit. He's at 25,000 now, and the Juggernaut is slowly catching up as he's opted to pick up a Blink Dagger as his next item. Scan did not scout anyone out there as Next Generation again attempting a gank on the bear. The Mski-X will dodge them again. In the jungle though, there's a Radiant Observer ward that scouted out this Phoenix's movements. And the Mski-X are too spooked to try and make anything happen here. BKB is going to be picked up on the lone road, so I guess I was wrong. He'll be going for the BKB on his bear first before building that Axe. So now it's not going to be kited around and disabled as much in the team fights. Not a bad decision at all actually. Roshan's back, that's actually a pretty quick respawn. As Next Generation Vietnam will go to work on it. Mski-X yet again unable to contest this. Will find an Aegis and a Cheese this time, dropping from Roshan's pockets. Will be the Lancer that picks up the Aegis. He actually opted to pick up a BKB for himself as well, so that's a 10-second duration on the BKB. Well, the Cheese will be held on to by the Slardar.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Johnny, he has the money to buy that Aghanim Scepter now, but he's able to hold on to the money, but top Nick will be going down, and that could be an invitation for Next Generation to start pushing.
Haste.
He'll want to force the buyback out. There's a full minute till the Juggernaut respawns, but Lion's gonna have to make a base trip and regenerate by the looks of it. He opted to go for the Arcane Boot, so he doesn't have HP regen kicking in from the Tranquils. Unless, of course, they're gonna drop a Stun Ray on him. But he will have the Finger of Death back online in just 12 seconds time. It's a maxed out finger at that. And here we go. Next Generation looking to force the buyback out. They've gone in though. Johnny, they've initiated the ball. Johnny will be dropped down. He does have a buyback. Juggernaut already buys back in this. As Slardar is getting pummeled by the bear. The bear is now getting hit back by the Lancer. No BKB used on the bear just yet. Double buyback coming out as the Axe buys out as well. And that'll be the retreat. From Next Generation. What did he just finger there? I think he fingered a Juggernaut illusion. Didn't quite catch that. But two buybacks on the side of Mski-X with Next Generation Vietnam getting what they came for. Even getting a little bit of damage on that tier 3. The economic damage. Oh, what have you done, Phoenix? That had to be unintentional. The stress is really getting to these players. First, the Lion Hex is a creep. Phoenix misclicks the Supernova. That was actually really clowny, guys. I'm sorry, I can't stop myself. But I can completely get where these players are coming from. They've been playing all day today and all day yesterday. And now they're in a best of 3 that could determine the fate of their team's success going forward. The winner gets in a cushy spot with a 1-game lead in this best of 3 series. And both teams really want that victory badly. Johnny's thinking of jumping in here. He's under cover of a smoke. There's no Aegis available on... Oh wait, there is an Aegis available on Next Generation. Missed that one. Chase. It's going to be going the other way now. Extinct. Will the crush come through? Yep, it will. Dead Oracle indeed. And again, maybe we... Oh, he's actually jumped up onto the cliff to get that crush, but... Maybe we see another push being mounted now. Next Generation. Any pick-off is good and is a reason for them to try and force the issue. Given how far ahead they are right now. 2 more minutes till the Aegis gets reclaimed even. They're going to try and force out... They're probably not expecting the Oracle to have a buyback, but they'll see that he does and they'll probably force it out anyway. Dealing another economic blow. The Mski-X. There we go. There's the buyback. The Next Generation still commit because Dr. UX is on the cliff. Getting quite the beating though. He's down to about half HP. They're going on the bear. Phoenix. Is he going to jump in this time? He doesn't. Yeah, he does have the Supernova already now. They could go in. Propaganda gets used. Juggernaut actually flies forward. And there's the supernova being used defensively inside or outside the base. He didn't take his dive in. And that'll be enough to zone out Mski-X. Doom actually blinked in, hoping to get the Doom off on the Phoenix, but now without the supernova, Mski-X has got a timing window of their own where they could try and push out, find a pick-off under cover of the smoke. Do they have any smokes available though? Let's have a look at this shop. There is one smoke still in stock, but no smokes on any of their person right now. There it is. Looks like they did have a smoke available. The Mski-X looking to make a play, but next generation should know that this is the most obvious move from Mski-X now. Knowing that there's an opportunity, they'll try and grab it. Also pick up the double damage rune. There was an observer ward from the Dire watching this. Can's even gonna find out the Lancer, but they've jumped onto the illusions and only on illusions with Johnny. And that will be enough to send off warning bells for next generation Vietnam to back away. Kang's got himself that Aghanim Scepter now, so his bear can go rampant without him having to be around with the leash. I really don't know what you build on a lone druid at this point. I'm guessing boots of travels, and then you think, do I start becoming a hero myself? Or do I just let my bear do the dirty work? Still get rid of the Quelling Blade though, and get one more item on the bear. Maybe an Abyssal Blade. Perhaps even an MKB. No, it's actually the MKB finished up on the Lancer, but I don't know, man. I'm not too much of a fan of this. There's no butterfly on the side of Mski-X. They've got the Radiance Evasion from the bear, but that's about it. Lancer, one of those heroes that benefits from raw stats because his illusions then do a lot more damage as well. Ascari might have been a good choice, but given that he is 6 slotted now and he opted to put the BKB into one of those slots, an MKB as a preemptive pickup versus a potential butterfly on the side of Mski-X seems like an alright choice. Meanwhile, Extinct got himself that Ether Lens, but no buyback since he had expended the last time around. We'll look at the GPM for a moment. 700 on Kang, as he's still on top of the net worth chart. The buyback status available for only 3 heroes in this game: the Darkseer, the Doom, and the Lone Druid. Without the Aegis, next generation is still not willing to commit to a fight just yet. Meanwhile, the bear, oh man, that's gonna leave a mark. BKB on the bear, ratting casually. With that Aghanim Scepter buff, bear can indeed go ham. They forced out the fortification. Rat Dora has begun. The Mski-X, the last game they showed us how they do it with illusions and disruptor illusions. Shadow Demon illusions. This game, they're gonna do it with a super fed bear. This is just experience coming into play from Mski-X. Anyone really did catch next generation esports off guard. The tower's taken more damage than any of Mski-X's towers now, and suddenly the tables seem to have turned. This is clearly one of the closest games of Dota that I've ever seen in my life. It's been up and down right from the start of this game with no clear indication of who's going to come out ahead. Generation feeling threatened by the bear again, but it will instantly jump back to its master. Blinks coming out at top. Rinse and repeat. Push out another lane.
What surge is?
There it is, he's picked up the Basher and the Abyssal Blade will be his next item choice. He's probably spotted out the MKB on the Lancer and realizes that the Lancer is not going to be making evasion this game. In which case he doesn't need an MKB on the bear either. Having a straight up stun with the Abyssal Blade does seem like the way to go. What the hell is this game though? 36,000 net worth on the lone Druid. I've never seen anything like this. Next up the 6,000 gold himself. What does he get next? I think he's definitely going to need boots of travels first. Because if he sells off the TP to pick up his next item, it's going to be TP-less, and we've seen how many times that could lose you the game. Once again, Yogi Bear doing his thing, trying to rack the lane, but Seer wants to try and keep the bear at bay. This is just Oracle standing behind the bear now and keeping the bear alive while it tries to rat. The rest of Mski-X just groups up and does absolutely nothing. Well, the next generation had such an amazing chance to finish this game. I'm not sure what prompted them to back off from that bottom lane push earlier on. And now they're starting to pay the price for it. Mski-X showing that they have what it takes to make a full-fledged comeback here. The graphs inching closer and closer to the break-even point. Finally, they're gonna jump this bear. Will they be able to bring it down? The sunburn, sorry, the sun ray does the trick. They'll finally kill it off. Oh, he doesn't have a resummon actually. 35 seconds without the bear and 6,000 gold on Kang. Maybe he just gets a refresher to ensure that he has the bear every single time. I don't know. What do you make on a lone druid once you cross 56 minutes? Lancer, I guess Moonshot is the next item choice for him. Then the upgraded BOT and that's it, he's done. He has no more room to grow. They'll find another Aegis. This time the Lancer is not going to be able to hold on to it, which means the Slardar will probably keep it. But the cheese will probably be held onto by the Dark Seer. Again, next generation Vietnam. Are they feeling confident with that Aegis? But it's not on the Lancer. Probably not. Next Nova, he's got himself a blade mail. I think I'm not certain if I saw that being picked up earlier on, but again, another way to deal with the Phantom Lancer is to get yourself a blade mail. I actually really like this. As of 6.87, blade mail does go through BKB magic immunity. The return damage at least goes through magic immunity. And I have always felt that the blade mail is now going to be a counter for a straight up way to deal with BKB. There is down and out again perhaps. Oh, it's going to pop his BKB and still make a run for it. The Phantom Rush on the illusions though is proccing from time to time. He just barely manages to get the return off. And the BKB timer ticks down by 1 more second. This game though, neither side willing to commit. I'm sure they feel the tension. It's really started to become a battle of patience between these two teams. One slip up at this point could cost the either side heavily. But at this point, pretty much everyone's got buybacks barring the supports. Another smoke gets popped by next generation, but it's as if they're using smokes to just get around the map now. They're not going to find any pickoffs unless they try and breach high ground. Mski-X wants them to come and fight them on their high ground, but next generation, they're unwilling to move in. Let's do a quick item check while we're at it. Axe. He's still struggling to get that Aghanim Scepter. He opted to build into the 4 staff instead. With Extinct, no more progression for him. Lone Druid. Bear, does it have the full Abyssal Blade though? We'll have to check in just a moment because the bear's up top. Nope, still no full Abyssal Blade finished up for him. Next gen's now grouping up at mid again as a 5-man unit. They look like they want to initiate, but Slardar can't seem to find a target just yet. With the Aegis though, they'll send him out in the front lines. They'll bait out the fortification and again they'll send illusions up on the cliff. Take down the tier 3. There's a Lincoln's finished up now on the Dark Seer as well, so luxury items now coming out for next generation Vietnam. But top lane, Yogi Bear's at it again. He's up to no good. Healing picnic baskets, aka tier 3 towers from next generation Vietnam. Again, against all odds, it looks like the Mski-X are the first ones to take a tier 3 tower this game. I don't even know how that happens. I mean, like, Mski is just showing some insane amounts of patience this game. And they're doing it after playing about 8 straight hours of Dota today. Oh, this is when the map starts going absurd as well, I believe. I'm seeing random rays of light being shot out here now. Well, again, next generation. Grouping up. They've still got that Aegis. Boots of Travels will be finished up now on the Slardar. But, yeah, with another 4,000 gold in the bank, what does he go for next? He's got a full Crimson Dart along with the Aegis. Probably a Moonshot for himself. Maybe just another Lincoln Sphere. How about a Ghost Scepter actually? That actually sounds pretty legit. Ghost Scepters versus the physical DPS that Mski-X is bringing. Bear time! Once again, they'll jump it and this time they'll find it. Dead bear in the middle lane. Resummon. Gonna come through immediately. And already I'm starting to see these glimmers and sparkles all over the map. I have no clue where they're headed and why they're here, but shit's starting to break, boys. Here, he finally goes down. They're gonna jump in though with Johnny getting the call off on Lancer. He pops his BKB. Pops the Manta, has a Lincoln on him as well. He's just duking it out with the bear at this point. The bear is too strong and will not go down. Supernova, a zoning one with a drop. Will end up stunning the beam. Remember, he does have his auto critical. Johnny jumps back in for round 2. He gets sent back to the side. He's gonna get pulled back into his death by the Darkseer. Buyback from the Axe. Phoenix, meanwhile, diving fast. Doesn't get anything done. Juggernaut with Omni Slash still can't get any damage done on the Lancer, who's just right-clicking the racks and now right-clicking the Axe. Axe is gonna survive. The rest of next generation, they still can't finish off the racks as Mski-X are fighting back and fumbling away with the blows. Big crush from the Slardar, catches out 4. They'll end up losing the game, who buys back immediately again. Lone Druid's been stunned up. He doesn't have a resummon on the bear and he is down for 90 seconds. This could finally be the game as next generation esports has lost nobody on the back of that long and extended team fight. Just the Aegis taken away from the Slardar, I believe. While the cheese also consumed by the Darkseer. That's one lane of Raxus down. They're going for the next one as well. Lone Druid down for 76 seconds. Axe trying to do what he can. Jump forward. There's the Abyssal used from the Juggernaut as well. They use them with an even bigger vacuum on the back as the Mski-X wreck rumbling. As they lose their Juggernaut now, he buy back immediately. Slardar about to drop will go down, but Lancer cleans up on the Axe. That's a dieback on him. While Dr. D-Rex looks like he's about to drop himself. He needs to make a run for it. He's popped his BKB and trying to get out of here. But a stun from the Abyssal Blade will proc. But the Earth Spike from the Lion will help him get away. Sunray from the Phoenix provides a little bit of bonus HP as well as Nick. Blink Dagger will be cancelled by the Lancer Illusions. The Heart Regen is kicking in now and they'll go in on X-Nova. There's even a Lotus Option on him. Doppelganger gets used, more Illusions spawn. Big Earth Spike comes out. Shoom die, rips the die back on him as well. As Nick will go down, making it a 120-second timeout now. All the Juggernaut as next generation esports now have all the tools needed to finish this game. Nobody made any money in that fight by the looks of it. Minus 2,000 for Mski-X and minus 78 for next generation esports. As the second lane of Raxus will get taken down. Mski-X unwilling to tap out though because the Lone Druid will respawn in 5 seconds time. And he will have the bear in another 8. He actually did go for the refresher orb, guys. See, what did I tell you? Hey, there it is. GG from Johnny. Game 1 in favor of next generation esports as we see a pause coming out from the Lion. just got really excited on the back of that win. Unbelievable, guys. 64 minutes in. Next Generation Esports claimed what is rightfully theirs. That is a victory in Game 1 of the grand final of the Manila Major SEA Open Qualifiers. Stay with me, folks. We'll be back with Game 2 in just a bit to see if Mski-X can drag it out to a Game 3. Thank you once again for tuning in. Holy moly, guys. We've almost crossed 2,500 viewers. You guys are freaking awesome. Thank you for tuning in. And of course, if you're enjoying, do hit the follow button on Twitch.